Hey there everyone, welcome to part 2 of Winter's tutorial, the IceWing tutorial from Wings of Fire. So far you should have completed part 1 and made the head as well as the neck, the forelegs, and both wings. If you didn't make the wings yet, check out the end of the last video on how to make those. There is a link to a video to make those. Okay, so what I did here was I started to make the main body. So all I did was I took 2 white bands at a time, all the way down each row. Pretty simple, right? Okay, and then at the end I attached his neck. So I went through the 4 loops on each section and wrapped around the end here. So the 3 ends are wrapped around those 3 pegs, and his head is right side up, okay? Okay, so at this point we're going to put on some horizontal bands. Okay. Now I'm going to take 2 here and 2 here. So these are not double loops, they are 2 bands, like 2 bands here, 2 bands here. Okay, the next section I'm putting 2 across the whole thing. Same thing here, and here, and here, and here, and here, pretty much all the way down until we get to the bottom. Now here at the bottom we're doing 2 across here and then 2 across these 2. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take 2 bands at a time. First I'm pushing down all the bands on the edge pegs to make this a little bit easier. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay 2 across these 2 pegs. I'm going to loop up to that point. Okay. So loop up here, loop up here. We're going to put 2 more on the next one. Loop up. Okay. So you're kind of ignoring them as you loop, as if they're not there, but you want to make sure they stay there and don't fall off. Okay, one more set here. Okay, I'm not going to put them on this one or this one. Okay. So, we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So 2 bands go here, and then I will loop up to that point. Put 2 here. Okay. Okay, something funky just happened there. I have to fix it. You want to make sure those bands stay in place as you're looping. Because what just happened is one of them got looped funky. Okay, you want this to be as nice and neat as possible. It's very important. Well, it's pretty important, especially if you have OCD or if you're a perfectionist with your work, like me. Okay, and loop up once and twice there. Okay. Okay, this middle row, we're going to be attaching a bunch of spikes, okay? I have mine already made, and as you can see, they go from really short to really long and then back down to really short. So as I put them on, I will explain to you what exactly they are, okay? Unless I can hold it up and you can see exactly how to make them. We're going to start with the short end, so let me show you what I mean. So we're going to loop up twice. Okay, so I'm going to go 1 and 2. Okay, on this third one, I'm going to attach a spike. So I'm going to attach this short one first, and the short one is a capped white, double looped white, 2 white, and a cobalt, and then 3 cobalt. Okay, so I'm going to pull that one on. There. Okay, the next one is the same thing. Same spike as the first time. Alright, now the next one is capped white followed by double looped white, 2 whites and a cobalt, 2 cobalts and a white, and then 3 cobalts. Okay, next one is capped white, double looped white, 3 whites, cobalt and 2 whites, 2 cobalts and 1 white, and 3 cobalts. Okay, next one is capped white, double looped white, 3 whites, 2 whites and a cobalt, 2 cobalts and a white, 3 cobalts, 3 cobalts. So it's just an extra set of cobalt at the bottom. Okay, the next one is exactly the same, but with an extra set of cobalt at the bottom. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. This one is capped, double looped white, 3 white, 2 whites and a cobalt, 2 cobalts and a white, 3 cobalts, 3 cobalts, 3 cobalts. So it's a little bit different. Let's got that extra double looped white up there. Okay, this next one is the longest one. This one is a capped white, double looped white, 3 white, 3 white, 2 whites and a cobalt, 2 cobalts and a white, 3 cobalt, 3 cobalt, 3 cobalt. Okay, so that was the longest one. This next one is the same as this one. Okay, so now we're going back down, and the following ones are the same as these, except we're just attaching them in descending order. Okay, so this one goes here. The next one is the same as this one. Okay. Okay. The next one is the same as this one. Okay, and then you should have 3 left. So these 3 are these 3. Okay, just with the longer one here and then the 2 shorter ones at the end. Alright, I'm going to tie off with any random color, doesn't matter. This part's gonna look a little kind of weird when we pull it off. Okay, so I'm gonna reach through here and just gently pull this off, ever so gently. Roar! Oh, look how cool he is with his spiky back. Okay, so you want to pull out those loose bands to the edges. Okay, so just kind of tug them all out. Okay, as best you can. Alright, so I'm going to put this down whilst I do one side at a time, okay? So oh, he's cool. Okay. We're going to do, let's do this side first. Okay. Ready, Freddies? Here we go. 2 whites at a time, same thing as before. 2 here, and then we're going to take 2 right there, going straight down. Okay. All right, we're going to take this thing. Now find that set at the edge that has the tying band around it, and we're going to go through that and wrap it right around this bottom peg. Okay. Now we're going to go in here. Okay, you see these 2 bands that are sticking way out? Below them there should be another set of horizontal bands that are not sticking out as far. Pull those out and wrap them around this peg. Then that set where they're poking out really far goes around the next 2. And these 2 will go around these. And these will go around these. And let's do one more set. We don't want to do the whole thing because we don't want the bands to stretch out too far. Okay. Now at this point I'm going to add my front leg, okay? So remember, the front legs are the 2 bigger ones, okay? And you want to pick the one with the muscle facing up, with the thumb facing down. Okay, with the foot kind of facing toward the head, okay? Now this will be attached, these 3 ends will be attached right here, okay? So let's do that now. So first end, we'll go around here. Next end will go around here. And these tying bands might get a little tangled up. That's not a big deal because we don't really need them anyway. Eventually we'll just pull them off. So if they get a little bit tangled, that's okay. Okay, so that's gonna go there. Alright, now I'm going to start looping, but watch me because I'm not going to loop everything yet. I'm going to loop up that first set, and then I'm going to do this diagonal here. Oops. Grabbed some of the wrong bands. Okay. Can be a little bit tricky here because you don't want to grab the horizontals in there. Okay, we can loop up to the peg that we put the horizontal band around, so one more here. Okay, don't go any more yet. Okay, we're gonna loop up once here. Okay, so loop up this guy. Then we're going to attach a wing. So pick a wing, doesn't really matter which one. Hold it like this, and we're going to go through the first set of white. Make sure that the spike, that it's facing this way and not this way, obviously. Wrap that first set of white around that peg that we just looped up to. Okay, so it's wrapped around this peg. We're going to loop up one set. Then we're going to grab that second set of loops on the wing and wrap that around this peg. We're going to loop up. Now here comes the first set of the blue. Okay, so it'll go around there. Whoops. We will loop up. And then we can wrap the next set of blue around too. Alright, but before we loop up again, we're going to lift part of him off from the bottom. Not all the way, just some. Just a little bit more. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to find that next set in the body. It's a little tricky because you got to kind of lift up the wing here to find it. And that next set in the body will go around here, then here, then here, and let's just do that last one too here. And then this one we want to find the set at the end, which isn't sticking out as far, just like we did in the beginning. Go around that single peg there. Alright, so now I can loop up the bottom part here. Up to here, okay. And now I'm going to continue here. So I want to dig down and I want to loop up this set. Okay, and then I'm going to attach the next set of blue. To here. This guy's going to be cool because I'm using the solar blue. So it'll change to purple. Should be kind of cool to see in the sun. Okay, so we're just going to continue to loop and attach till we finish attaching the wing. Make sure you get around all the loops. Make sure the bands aren't all twisted up as you attach them. See how they're laying flat? They're not like twisted up all weird. Alright, last one here. Just a single guy out here. Okay, alright, so now I'm going to loop up this guy and this guy and last but not least this guy. Okay. Alright, we're going to gently lift off. Roar. Okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pull off the tying bands around the wings. Okay, because we don't need those. And also around the front legs, because we don't need those either. Just that one front leg so far. The other one we'll have to do after we make that side. So nerve-wracking making these dragons. Because honestly, I don't even make a trial run of them, I just make them and hope they turn out looking good. Okay. So, alright, there's one side, we gotta work on the other side with the wing and the front leg, so let's do that. Okay. So this is exactly the same, it's just the opposite of what we just did, pretty much. same thing. So grab your guy. Again, he's going to be right side up. We're going to go to the other side of the neck and go through the 4 bands that have that tying band around it and open them up and wrap them around this guy. Okay. See that really loose set of bands? There should be a set in front of it that's not as loose. Find that set and wrap that around this guy. Right, next set will go around here. Next set goes there. Next set goes there. Right, let's do one more set here. Okay. Find your other front leg. Okay. And again, make sure the foot is facing the head and the thumb is down and the muscle is up. And we're going to attach the 3 loose ends to these 3 pegs. Okay, let's loop a little bit here. So I'm gonna dig down to find those 2 bands at the bottom, loop them up. Oops, that looks a little mumbo jumbo messed up here. Okay, we're gonna dig down to find the diagonals. Don't grab the horizontals that are across there. Dig down to grab these, loop those up. These, and we'll do one more set here. Don't go any further because we didn't wrap the horizontal bands yet. Okay, loop up once here. Okay, grab your other wing. Hold it up this direction. Go through the first set of white. Wrap it around that peg. Dig down and loop up the first set here. Through the next set of white. Wrap that around the next peg. Dig down, loop up, go through the first set of the blue. Wrap that around this peg. Dig down, loop up. Okay, we're gonna lift off a little bit. Lift off 1, 2, 3. One more. 4 sets here. Okay, we're gonna flip the wing so we can find the body and attach the rest of these loose bands around. So in order, set by set. Alright, we've got one more loose set here. Okay, and then we got a tight set right here that will go around that one peg there. Okay, so now we can loop up most of this side. So the middle column here I'm looping up to here and stop. Okay, don't do the diagonal yet. Alright, we're going to attach the next set of blue where it goes here. Around that white. That peg and loop up. Okay, go to the next set. Wrap around. Loop up. Next set. Wrap around. Loop up. Next set. Wrap around. Loop up. And we got the next one. Wrap around. Loop up, and the final one. Wrap around, loop up, loop the diagonal, and this one. and tie off the end. Before we move on, take a look at how awesome he is and be really proud of yourself for the way he looks, because I think he looks pretty darn cool. Alright, we're going to take off all the tying bands except the ones here at the end. So we can take off all the ones around the legs and the wings and the neck. Okay. Awesome. So check that out. Okay, next we're going to do the back half of his torso and attach his back legs. Oh, he's so cool, guys. I hope you like him so far. Okay, so this part, I'm just making a note here. Stop. Here. Okay. This part is going to be done in two parts, okay? So okay. 2 bands all the way down this column. Or 2 bands at a time, rather. Okay. Then I'm going to go 1, wait a second, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Should have gone 9 here, not 12. Sorry guys, take off the top 3 sets so that we have 9. Okay, now I'm going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'm going to go out like that. Down 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm going to push down all these pegs here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 2 bands at a time across these 2 and across these two, across these two, across these two, stretch these across the three, stretch these across the three, stretch these across the three, and I'm going to put 2 bands there, 2 bands there, and 2 right here. So 3 sets with 2 hanging off. Okay. Take your dragon. Okay, the middle set of his body with the spikes, that's going to go around this peg at the end. Okay, don't put it around the middle set, put it around the end set. So I'm going through the center set of the dragon, the one that has the spikes, and that goes around this end peg here. Okay, it goes right around here. Okay, the next set over goes around this peg, and the final set on this side will go around this peg. Okay, so you should have 2 sets on the other side that are hanging off, okay? What I'm going to do here is we're going to attach the final 3 spikes, or back spikes. Attach those, okay. So I'm gonna loop up. This is tough. Okay, loop up these 2. Pull that spike on as you loop up. Loop up the next 2, pull the spike on. And this final set here. Okay. Now I can finish looping up this column. Okay. And now I'm going to attach back leg. So make sure the muscle is facing up and the thumb is facing down and the foot is toward the head. Okay. This is going to be attached to these 3 pegs. So these 2 on the outer edge and then this one that kind of comes in. So let's do that now. We're going to attach here and here, and the last set will go around there. Okay, I kind of wrapped it around this guy so that I could loop this easier. So all I'm going to do here is I'm going to loop up this next column. Okay, now we want to get this side here. Okay, tie off these 2 ends. Oh, he wants a hug. Okay. And now we're going to attach the other side of the back of his torso. We're going to make that, okay? He looks so cool. Okay, this one's a little different. So I'm going to go down 9 times. So starting here. Again, we're going down 9 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you know what, we're going to go out. You can finish going down. Okay. All right, we're going to attach these 2 final remaining ends to these 2 pegs. Find those 3 loose sets of bands, wrap them around these 3 dudes, okay, and then the semi-loose sets in here, we want to wrap those around these guys going up, so we'll find a set in here. Okay, just like that. Okay. Now we're going to attach the other back leg. Okay, so again, here, here, and here. Make sure you attach it to the right spot or you're going to have crooked back legs. Okay. Just kind of going to push the leg down. Okay. Let's loop up this row to the side first. Whoops. One more here. Alright, and then we are looping up. Alright, grab a tying band, tie it around. Roar. Go ahead and roar. You know you want to. Okay, I'm going to undo the tying bands around all this except the 3 at the end of the tail here. Okay. Okay. Awesome. So now we just gotta do the tail in this portion. The rest of this portion of the video, okay? Alright. So we are going to okay, we're going to make the tail pretty long here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2 white bands here and 2 here and 2 diagonal to the middle here, 2 diagonal here. Okay. Alright, the rest of these are going to go all the way down. Okay, 2 at a time, all the way down. Okay. Alright, we're going to take 2 bands across here, 2 bands across here, 2 across there, 2 across there, 2 across there, 2 across there, 2 across here, and here we're going to start to double loop. So we'll double loop 1 across, double loop 2 across, double loop 3 across, double loop 4 across. Okay, let's attach the tail. Let's loop it. I'm gonna make this guy's tail pretty long. Alright, tie off our ends. Okay. Alright, we'll continue. So now we're doing 2. So 6, 5. Alright, so we're going to take 3 bands here. Take 3 here. 3. 3 here. Alright, so now we're going to do 2. Okay, we're going to attach these 2 ends to these 2 pegs, but we need to take the tying band off, otherwise we're going to have a hole. Double loop a horizontal band there and then replace those top loops back over. Okay, we're going to double loop horizontals across the rest of these pegs that have 2 columns. Here, here, and here. Okay, let's loop up this one first. Let's pull off, if you have any tying bands up here, pull those off. Okay. Alright, so last part of the tail. Here we go. You ready? Here we go. Okay. I'm going to double loop a white, the center here. And again. And I'm going to do it 1, 2, 3. Okay, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take my hook with the 6 tail spike with the tail spikes on it. So if you haven't made the tail spikes yet, they're very simple. Okay. This first one is capped white, double looped white, double looped white, double looped cobalt. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull that onto this white band. Okay, and that double looped white band will go here and here. Okay, the next one in line is the same. Actually, no, it shouldn't be the same, so just kidding, ignore that one. We'll deal with that later. The next one is capped white, double looped white, double looped white, double looped cobalt, double looped cobalt. So again, I'm going to pull that onto a double looped white band. That will go here and here. Okay. Ignore the next one. Okay, the next one is capped white, double looped white, double looped white, double looped cobalt, double looped cobalt, double looped cobalt. And I'm going to pull that onto this one. Okay. Okay, the next one is the same. It's the same as the one we just did. Okay. This next one is the same as this one. Okay, and then the last one is the same as the first one we put on. Okay, and just ignore these for the next minute. I'll tell you what they are in a sec. Okay, so now we're going to do 3 white, followed by 3 white again, followed by 3 white again, followed by 3 white again. Okay. We're going to attach the tail onto here. Okay. Doesn't really matter if he's upside down or right side up at this point. Okay, so we're gonna loop up to here. Now, what we're gonna do is, as we loop this guy, we're gonna pull on a spike that's just like this one, so the same. Okay. So a spike that is the same as this one that's already on there, okay? So we have a spike on each side. Okay, the next one is going to be the same that's on that one. Okay, the next one is the same that's on that one. Etc. Again, the same that's on the one below it. All the way up to the end. Okay, loop up the remaining set, and we're going to take one single white band and tie a slip knot at the end here. Now, as we take this off, we want to be super careful not to break anything, because double loop bands are pretty fragile. Here we go. Okay. So what can happen toward the end of the tail is the bands might get a little twisted up, so I'm just going to spread them open here. Open them up. Okay. Alright, so we have completed the upper portion of the dragon. So all we have left is to wire him and do the stomach and attach the stomach. Okay, and the lower jaw that will go with the stomach. So if you want to wire him and you don't know how to, check out my video. It's called How to Wire Your Dragon. Okay, then he can be posable. Now is a good point to wire the dragon. Do not wait till the end, because now it's a lot easier to weave the wire through than it is when the stomach's on it, okay? So wire him up now if you plan on wiring him. And I will see you in the final portion for the rest of him, okay? I will see you over there, everyone.